Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai Hashem Akaradash. Shalom to the elders for preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim scattered the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. And I say shalom to the Akim out there. And this is a sit-down lesson that I want to bring out of this recent news article, and this is from MSN.com. Story by Adam Scribler, if I pronounce his name right, as of yesterday at 6:37 p.m. And this is from the UPI News article, and it reads: North Korea vows to annihilate U.S. Says country will be terminated this century. Hey, that's a prime example of wars and rumors of wars are heating up between the United States versus North Korea. And this is the book of Salaria. We'll continue on with the reading. It says North Korea's foreign minister this week vows that the countries would annihilate the United States, adding that the U.S. will be terminated this century. It says, should the U.S. choose to offend our republic, we will annihilate them by using all our military power that will have gathered so far. The North Korean diplomat said in a statement Thursday, the 70th anniversary of the Korean War, armistice. The Korean War is the last century, marked the beginning of the downfall of the U.S. Now the 21st century would see the irrevocable termination of the U.S. The rulers of the U.S. are well advised to forget, oh no, account the less. And it says the conflict ending trust was reached between North Korea, China, and which has supported North Korea, and the United States will which had supported South Korea in the war. South Korea did not agree to the armistice. The armistice allows the establishment of demilitarized zones between North Korea and South Korea in the repatriation of the prisoners of war. U.S. troops have since been staged in South Korea to help prevent another war. Defending its ally in this case once begins. It says North Korea has a long history of provoking conflicts with the southern neighbor in the decades since the armistice from kidnapping and assassinations of high-profile South Koreans and hijacking South Koreans airlines in 1950s, 60 verse 7. In 1950s and 1960s and 1970s. Our exclusive nation also attacked U.S. military planes and ships over the years. It says with the collapse of the Soviet Union, North Korea has lost a significant contribution to its economy. Now, with the war in Ukraine and rising tensions between the East and the West, North Korea has sought to strengthen its ties with China and Russia. North Korea leader Kim Jong-un and top Chinese officials reformed the close military ties between the two communist nations, the foreign minister said Saturday. And I'm going to bring out that book, Luke chapter 21, verse 9. Luke chapter 21, verse 9 reads, it's the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 9, and it reads to the Holy Scriptures. It says, but when ye should hear of wars and commotions, right, that's a wars and commotion, and that's a sign of wars and rumors of wars. Now you have it according to news articles, which is part of a wars and rumors of wars. You can read that in Matthew 24 and verse 6. Now, according to that news article, you have Kim Jong-un saying that they want to annihilate the United States. And keep this in mind, I would say like a couple of weeks ago, you had some type of U.S. spy plane that North Korea vows to retaliate against, And as we see in prime examples of the ongoing threat between North Korea, South Korea, Japan, and the United States as those tensions continue to increase now, so more than ever. And that's in the book of Matthew 24, verse 6, as the wars and rumors of wars. This is the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 9, and it reads, it says, but when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, which we are hearing right now as we speak, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by, right? So it's going to continue to increase of the escalations and the tensions between the different nations and different kingdoms, and that's what we're seeing today. This is the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 10. Then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. Right, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And this is a prime example right here. As it says again, North Korea vows to annihilate U.S. It says countries will be terminated this century. Hey, that's that Joel 3 and 10. Hey, let the weak say I'm strong. Which I'm about to bring that out as well too. This is the book of Joel. Matter of fact, I'm going to start at verse 9, then I'm going to go to verse 10. This is the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 9. And it reads to the Holy Scriptures. It says, proclaim ye this amongst the Gentiles, which is the other nations of their armies. It says, prepare war, wake up the mighty man. Let all the men of war draw near and let them come up. And God, that's what we're seeing. The Heavenly Father's putting in war like we're not saying to these nations. This is the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 10. Reach your plowshares and the swords and the pointy hooks into spears and let the weak say I'm strong. That's what we're seeing that from North Korea. Hey, this is a show, a sign of strength. Hey, let the weak say I'm strong. This is a prime example as I bring this out again. It says North Korea vows to annihilate U.S. It says countries will be terminated this century. So with that, hopefully this lesson was edifying. I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Shalom to the elders for preaching this word truthfully and sincerely. And Shalom to the opulent, scattered to the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. And until next time, I would say Shalom.